Hey friends, how's everybody doing? I'm Nick. I just got back from Portugal. Andrew and I just spent 10 days in Portugal and we had so much fun. And while I was there, based on my own decisions and recommendations from so many of you guys, I took yarn with me and I crocheted almost every day while I was there, not to the detriment of seeing things in Portugal, but in the mornings or in the evenings. I always wake up earlier than Andrew, so I took a couple of projects with me and I wanted to show you guys because I need your help. Here's why I need your help. I know that YouTube is an excellent resource for all things crochet. That's how I found all of the things that I've done. But I've watched so many things that I can't make decisions. And some of you guys I know are way more experienced than me and will have the best tips or send me in the right place because I'm becoming overwhelmed. So let me just show you what I made. Now, this may be hideous. If it is, you can tell me. My family, I'm half American, half Scandinavian. And I was actually born in New Mexico, and then we left when I was a baby. But I have always loved New Mexico. So what I am working on, I think, has sort of New Mexico-inspired colors. And, of course, it's a granny square project, which is all I'm doing lately. By the way, do you like this shirt? Does it look like it's crocheted? It does to me. It's from Zara. I just made a video about all of the crochet knitwear adjacent things that I bought when I was in Portugal. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it below. Check it out, because they were selling like yarn work-esque clothing all over, and I'm all about it. But this one I'm making, and it's a hexagon cardigan, or I hope that it will be. I know there's a million ways to do it, but let me show you what I've got so far. So I learned how to do this from YouTube, from so many people on YouTube, and I did both of these in Portugal. So I have two equal ones. Did I show you the colors? Let me slow down. Someone told me I moved too quickly. So there's my colors. Oh, it's a little muted. I was blocking the light. But I think these are the turquoise and that kind of warm terracotta color I feel like are very New Mexico. So I have two of them. And here's what I know and here's what I need your tips on. So I've watched 50 people make these on YouTube. And it's easy, right? If you haven't made one before, it's a hexagon at the beginning. And then you just keep going around and around and around until it's big enough. And then you need two of them, and then they come together, right? Hold on. They come together to form something you can wear, okay? So what I have seen is that I've only seen girls make these, I think, and the bigger you make it, the more rounds you do, it gets longer, but the sleeves get bigger too, and that's the look, and that's fine, but it's not the look that I'm looking for. So what I want to do, I saw somebody say, make it until the sleeves are as big around as you want them to be, and I think I'm at that place now. And then, rather than continuing, you can sew them together. If you guys know this already, sorry, but I don't think everyone does, because based on the comments, a lot of people are learning too, like me. So you can sew the back together, right? And you can sew the arms together at the top. And then you can continue to go around the sleeves until they're as long as you want, without them getting wider. And then the same, you can make it longer down here. I thought that was a great tip, like stop with the round and around and around when the arms are as wide as you want them to be. So that's where I'm at. Now I don't have stitch markers to like pin this together because my projects are so simple that I haven't needed them before, but now I do, so I'm gonna get some. But that's where I'm at. So first of all, what do you guys think? On a scale from 0 to fugly, how much do you like it or not? I have thick skin, you can tell me. This is also an experiment. It's with yarn that I already had. Again, like I'm practicing, I'm learning. This is all that loops and threads yarn from Michael's, cheap. I had a bunch of it. So it's an experiment, right? A couple of things that I'm curious about is, number one, I guess just like the sleeves. Do you just go around and around? I think I know the sleeves. I think I know how to make them longer. I'm not too concerned about that. Here's a couple of things I don't really understand. Some people say you can also go from, let me put this down, from here down, which will make it longer, and it'll also make it wider. So they say you can do that on the front and on the back. So I have to figure out how to make sure it fits me around as well, which I don't think that's too hard. But do you guys recommend doing that at the same time, or just making it longer? Because I'd have to sew the two sides together before I made it longer. And I think I can visualize how that will look, but I know depending on how I do it, the pattern will shift a little bit too. Does that make sense? And then the other thing is like a collar. Like I don't know how to do a collar. I've seen people do things. I don't know what I want once it's sewn together. Like I'd kind of like something that's just open in the front. I have a few cardigans that don't have buttons and they're just open, and that's fine. I could potentially put buttons on it. I know this could turn into a little collar, but I don't know what to do about the back to finish it off. I've overwhelmed myself with options. So what do you guys think? I'm gonna finish it even if it's hideous. It's also not the most comfortable yarn in the world, let's be real. But again, I'm practicing, so who cares, right? That's it, really. I know I can find this information on my own. Please don't come at me for that. I'm looking for expertise, for people who are like, yes, I have the answer because I have done all the options and this is the easiest or the best way. Andrew thinks it's hideous. You know what? It's fine. It's not his style. I don't know if it's mine. I don't know if I would wear this anywhere. But if it works, I'll do it again, maybe with better yarn. I think it would be cool to do Blanny square, Blanny squares, black granny squares. Granny squares in all black or a solid color of any kind. This is a little bit loud, I understand that, but I would probably do one in like a black or maybe a charcoal or something. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I did all of this, you know, on the plane and stuff, so it does work up quickly. This is also fairly thick yarn, but that's it. I hope you guys have some thoughts. If you do, please comment below. Follow me on Instagram if you would like, if you use Instagram, because I use that all the time and I post little updates. So like you can see progress or give feedback or whatever you want to do. I also post all sorts of other things. If you like plants, subscribe and follow me on Instagram because I do a lot of plant stuff. All kinds of things. I'm about to renovate my whole garden outside if you like gardening. So anyway. I thought I would update you guys on my rainbow blanket because I got so much attention with my rainbow granny square blanket from Ice Yarn, and I finished these two until I got to the point where it was kind of stuck, so I did also work a bit on the rainbow granny square blanket. And look at this. Isn't it cute? I mean, it is cute. You can't say it's not. It's probably maybe 18 inches across, maybe 16, I don't know. I think I've only used 2 skeins of yarn. I just started a third on the plane. The skeins are so little baby cute, they're so cute. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this though. This is gonna take a really long time to become a blanket. I'm not in a rush. And I did buy a ton of this yarn, so maybe I'll just keep going, but I think it's cool, and it shimmers. It looks like gems to me, and the pattern always shifts because the bigger it gets, any sort of pattern that's happening changes the bigger it gets, and I'm obsessed with it. So I just wanted to show you guys because people were kind of going wild over this idea. I had so many people who have been crocheting for years, because you told me you have, say I've never thought about a continuous granny square blanket rather than like making many of them and connecting them. I don't know why. For me that was almost immediate. I was like, I'll just keep going. I like solid color. That's the first one I ever made, was a baby blanket. with one color, and I just kept going until it was the size I wanted. It's super easy. So, but not everyone has thought of that, and so I'm glad I was able to give some people a new idea. And then finally, to end this, I thought I would just show you my March progress for my temperature blanket. I just posted my February blanket, which is done. I'm doing granny squares as well. If you want, check that out. I'll link it below too. I'm doing a separate square for each month, where each day is one round, and then I'm going to have 12 pretty big squares that I'll connect together. And January's done, and February's done, and this is March so far. I think I have, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I didn't have these yarns on vacation, so I just got back, and of course last night I'm like, let me just do the first 13 days of March. So these are the first 13 days of March. And I haven't used any of this orange yet, barely any of the yellow. It's really shifting. I think this is fun. My winter ones really look cold and icy. I live in New York, about an hour from New York City. This is cool. So there's my March progress. A little sneak peek for you. I'll show you when I'm done with the month. That's all. I wanted to show you my wearable. And there's no right or wrong. I know there's a million ways to do these, but if you guys have a thought or a strong opinion, just share it. I'll look into it. You can link videos or whatever you want to do. I really appreciate you guys. So if you have made something like this, maybe sort of leaning in the more menswear-ish realm. I don't like to sort of make gender norms and stereotypes, but I don't want something with big flowy arms. Let me know. Maybe you already made a video and you're like, this is the best tutorial on the entire internet and you should watch it. Then I will. So do that if you would like. And I hope everyone has a great day and week. My vacation is over. I'm also a nurse practitioner student, so I'm back to school today. I have class today and tomorrow, and then I work. And so it's back to reality. But I couldn't go back to reality without showing you guys these projects. So I hope you guys are doing great. And until next time, take care, guys.